present here today. I am Alamkrita, journalist at Fairgaze. And today I am in an online interview feeling immensely honored in the presence of Miss Seema Awasthi, Principal, The Indian Public School. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Alankrita.
So, ma'am, I am eager to know your views on certain questions which are important. And these questions are related to education and learning. And this is a field to which you have given your utmost contribution to. And therefore, we have you here today, ma'am. I would like to start with your permission.
Yes, please, go ahead.
So, ma'am, the first question to you would be that do you think online education has been a good substitute for offline education, or do you feel that there are still loopholes?
See, Alankrita, under the circumstances, the educationists all over the world were left with no other option than to have the online education. You cannot substitute the in-person teaching which happens in the schools, but then the current scenario demanded that there should not be any learning gap in between. So the online education was the best option available, and I'm really amazed to how they turned to the online education overnight is something really very amazing. But then it has really given a good substitute to the offline classes. But definitely I would say that nothing could match the in-person teaching when the children are there in the class and you get that stimulation. Children get lots of other experiences apart from the academic knowledge.
Absolutely, ma'am. And ma'am, do you think that, we have accumulated ideas through a digital mode of learning for the offline mode post the pandemic?
Post the pandemic, of course, the schools will go back to the traditional way of teaching. But now, since we have invested so much of time and so much of energy, so much of concerns in online education, and they have really proved to be very helpful. So I personally feel that it has to be a blend of both.
Correct.
And we should not abandon it once the schools reopen, because we know that it has provided a good source of teaching learning experience to us. It can be a mixture of both, how much proportion of which a particular school wants to keep, but I feel that it should not be abandoned and it should continue along with the class teaching.
Correct, ma'am. Absolutely. Lastly, ma'am, how should a child, according to you, balance his or her ways so as to keep a check on all the different means of learning and not just through the screen?
See, again, this screen was thrown upon us. We were not prepared for it, neither the teachers, nor the parents, nor the child. But then overnight we shifted it to the online mode. Of course, these days the screen time has increased, but at the same time, it is a request to the parents also, and I have been suggesting to my parents that in fact apart from these screen timings, the parents must reduce the other screen time, that is the TV. One thing. Second thing, it has to be replaced. It has to be substituted with something substantial. For example, a child can be engaged in art activities. These days, children are not going out of the home, so some kind of physical activities, maybe yoga, or some kind of on-the-spot jogging, or different physical activities can be planned where the child actually, does some physical workout. So that is very important. And then art, painting, drawing, reading, very important. The parents sit with the child and read. So, and then later on ask questions. So all these activities, they must be incorporated to decrease the screen time.
Absolutely, ma'am. You're very right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking your time out. And I think you've given us wonderful insights and perspectives. And I'm sure we are all taking back home many constructive perspectives and opinions today from this interview, ma'am. So thank you so much.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Also, I would request everybody to take some time out and like, share and subscribe to our YouTube. Thank you so much, ma'am.